Hey everybody, Mike Steele here, BBQ Champs Academy live in the house tonight. We got a great show for you lined up with two incredible hog cookers, probably two of the best in the country. We got Mr. James and Mr. Marcio with us tonight, so looking forward to a great show tonight. We know we got a lot of our friends that are on the way to the Jack. Lee Hickle left out this morning. He left from Corpus Christi and came up here yesterday and spent the night here, backed him in here, and he left out this morning at about 5:30, and he got within about an hour away from the Jack. There was a little RV park that we stayed at last year, so he made it there safely. I think Aaron Leslie is on his way. I think tomorrow he's leaving to go to the Jack, so he's making plans. So Philip Breeden, I saw he was hooked up and loading out. And I think Adam Gotro is probably going to be getting ready to leave tomorrow. So anyway, we want to wish everybody safe travels that is going. The Jack is a great place. I was fortunate enough, as you can see, that hand right there, get a chance to go to the Jack last year. We had an absolute blast going. And so certainly safe travels for everybody participating. And man, I'll tell you what, it's a cool event. If you've never had a chance to go to it, even if you're kind of close by, just like to even go spectate a little bit. I mean, it's just really a cool vibe at the Jack, and that is a really fun place. So anyway, hopefully we'll have Lee and Aaron. No, Lee will not be back next week because he's leaving straight from the Jack. He is going to go cook the World Food Championship up in Indianapolis, Indiana, and so he's got two big trips planned, and then after that we'll should have Aaron back next week. Man, huge congratulations to Aaron this weekend. Man, he has just been absolutely on fire. He got reserve grand champion on a rolling double Saturday night, and then Sunday he went over and did the big Jambo shootout at the Texas Motorplex, got grand champion there. So Aaron has just been on an absolute roll, and I can tell you right now, he would say, take the class. And his classes have been selling like crazy here lately. Aaron has just really been on a roll all year long. And it's been fun to watch. So it's always cool when you get on that roll like that. Anyway, we got a few folks on here. Let's see who we got. Mr. Gordon, we appreciate you being with us tonight. Mr. John, appreciate you joining us. Mark, this guy here, I think you had what, Mark, a second place brisket or something at the Jambo? First or second? I know it was up there. And I know you went to the Jambo shootout. That was a fun competition. I've only got to go one time, my grand champion, when I went, and I was really wanting to go this year, but my father-in-law's been kind of sick. We had mentioned last week. I just felt like it was probably best not to get out and leave with him having these little mini strokes, and stayed at home. So hopefully we're going to be able to get out here pretty soon and start doing a little bit of cooking. Claudia, thank you for being with us. Who else we got? Mr. Matt, appreciate you being with us here tonight as well. Real quick, we're going to thank all of our partners. Certainly want to thank Gunnar Wilhelm Knives. Keep David in your prayers. He's been battling cancer here now for about the last year and a half. Also, our good friends at B&B Charcoal. Hey, we got a B&B Charcoal group in the house tonight. So it's always great to do that and give them some love. Man, they got some great products. And check them out. Also, Miss Gail with Daigle's Barbecue and Raider Red Meats. Kirsten's been telling me she's been getting quite a few ribs in, some really nice looking ones. She's got prime and natural. So if you're looking for the Prairie Fresh product, she's got them in both prime and natural in the ribs. And they've also got pork butts as well. Just kind of tell her what you're looking for. And I will tell you this. Now, she's told me to let everybody know. On the primes, don't be specifically asking for 4+ pounds because that is a very hard rib to find in 4 pounds. If you just tell her anything, hey, they can be a 3.7, 3.8 rib. Just make sure that they're nice and meaty if that's what you're looking for. So check them out, Raider Red Meats. Ask for Kirsten. Tell her I sent you and tell her what you're wanting. And she's usually really good about picking out the type of rib that you're looking for. So anyway, I hope everybody's had a great week. I know we've had a lot of fun and getting ready for the fall. And we got some good crisp air coming in here this week. And I think I saw, man, we're going to be down to 58 degrees here in the next day or two. And a high in the low to mid 80s. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm hoping to be able to get out on the barbecue trail a little bit. Things have kind of slowed down a little bit for me. I haven't cooked as much as I normally do. But we're hoping to be able to ramp that up a little bit here toward the end of the year and definitely for next year. Well, without further ado, we're going to get our guest in here. Man, this guy needs no introduction. I mean, everybody wants to be like this cat right here, Mr. Marcio, Hog Addiction. Brother, how are you doing?
Doing great, Mike. Thanks for
That,
having me, man.
that's good, man. I mean, I know we had you on here. I think early on this year when you was doing the Hogs for the Cause. I believe we had you
Right?
then. And we was talking about the most epic year I think anybody has ever had. I don't know how many grand champions you had in a row, but we'll talk a little bit about that. Kind of see what you've been up to. So, and then we're going to bring in I guess we could call him maybe the man of the hour. Let me make sure he's not shoving a shrimp down his throat here like he was last time, shoving hamburgers down. Mr. James Cruz, Bluff City Smokers, brother. How you doing?
Good. How are you? How are
I'm
you?
doing good, Bluff City
Got
Smokers.
fries this
Bluff good
time.
fries. There you go. Bluff City Barbecue, Mr. James, down from South Louisiana, and I do get to compete against him quite a bit. We always have a good time. And James is coming off a pretty epic weekend, man. Probably got two of the best hog cookers in the country on the screen at one time. So we're going to see if we can pick their brains a little bit. And James had a big first place hog and first place rib this
Shoulder.
weekend. Oh, it was a shoulder. Okay,
Yeah. Fourth and ribs.
fourth in ribs. Well, why in the heck did I see first and first? I have no idea.
I'm used to it.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
I thought I read that on your page, so got all of the information wrong.
We got
Anyway,
Josh got first in wings.
okay, Josh got first in wings. Okay, well, that's all right. We got everybody here. That's all that counts.
It's the
So
same. A rib and a wing is the same.
it's the same. It's all tastes like
Chick-
chicken, right?
Chickens have ribs.
Chicken has ribs. That's it. Anyway, well, Marcel, man, let's kick it off a little bit with you, man. I mean, we had you on back, I know, in Hogs for the Cause. What was that? Late May, April, sometimes May,
Yeah.
or March, April, sometimes in that
It was
time frame.
March 25th.
March the 25th. That was it. So, anyway, and man, I don't know. We had talked a little bit about what you had going on last year. I don't know how many grand champions in a row. I lost count after 10 in a row. How many did you end up finally getting by the time the end of the season came along?
Well, we after 11, then we missed one. So then, of course, we didn't. We continued to cook, but then, of course, we had more grands. Because I think we had 14 grands that year.
14
So
grands. Good
and
Lord.
so 11 was in a row.
11 in a row and 14. That is absolutely
Now,
unbelievable.
don't not counting hogs for the cause. If you count hogs for the cause, which doesn't count towards MBN.
Right, right. Yeah,
So
yeah. Man alive. That is just absolutely unbelievable. It was amazing to watch. I mean, every weekend it was like, well, Marcio's there, going to get another grand champion. I think after about the first five, like you might can pull off three or four. That's hard to do. Man, you got fifth, and then you got your sixth one, then seven. It's just like, my goodness gracious, this is
we were
crazy.
we were kind
So
of set. We were kind of set to with a
yeah,
go, and
yeah,
we did. It wasn't like we didn't sit down and discuss that we were gonna. So honestly, I had to sit around with the team and I said, look here, things that had happened and events. We're like, hey, look, we're gonna go ahead and finish the year and shut down the whole season just because we set out to do it and we did it. And
right,
a huge shout out to my team because I'm telling you, uh, some weekends we were 4 weekends in a row gone.
right,
Like
yeah, yeah,
so in the Delta, we're gone for 4 weeks.
yeah,
My wife and to all the wives that put up with us,
right.
they did catch a break this year that we didn't cook a ton, but that was it took every bit of the effort from them to put up with us and allow us to go cook and do, and of course our sponsors to
Yeah,
back us up on everything we did.
yeah, that was just an absolute epic run to roll off 11 in a row. Man, that was just in 14 GCs. How many cook-offs did y'all do that year? Did y'all do
We missed one, so we did 15
15? 14 GCs out of 15
out of
competitions.
15.
That's just that's probably never been done before. I know it hasn't. There's just no way.
I
And
believe the Heat Riles got 6 in a row on MBN.
MBN, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but to get 14 grands out of 15 MBN competitions, man, that's amazing. And 11 in a row, goodness gracious. I'm sure everybody was like, oh, great, Marcio's here. I guess we're just playing for second now. So,
Uh, you know, Competition is just so funny. Like people are, they would, hey, y'all are here. Like we're back this year, and we just kind of cooked a few of them so far, and
right,
some of the people. are like, oh man, you're just coming in to mess up the game, because they're
Yeah.
running for the battle on the Delta, and we're like, no, bro, we're not.
Right. Right. That's crazy. How many have you? Now, I know you've kind of taken off a little bit this year. So, have
We
you
have.
cooked any this year at all, or how many have you done?
So this year we cooked a couple events. We went up to the Delta and cooked one just to kind of kick out the tires and get back into the groove, which we hadn't cooked since April.
Right.
After we won hogs this year, we just kind of laid off.
Right.
And so just, well, prior to hogs, we were going to Smoke Slam.
Right.
But Chuck the cook with us had a stroke, and so that kind of deter our plans to cook a lot.
Right.
Which we didn't have a big plan, but
Right.
with that, we just kind of decided to just put a halt on things and let them get better. And there was a lot of we were building a trailer,
Right.
and so we didn't really had a rig to go, and so we kind of just decided to sit to the side. And I'll be frankly honest, I love the fact that we were just chilling.
Chilling. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've watched people cook all year long, and I'm just thankful that I'm not there.
Right. Right. That's a
Catching a little
hard
break.
deal. That's a hard deal.
Yeah.
So, how many have you done this year? You done 2 or 3 this year?
Two.
Done 2.
Mhm.
Okay. Grand
Yeah.
champion at
So,
Hogs for the Cause, right?
mhm.
Oh my goodness gracious! And how'd you do at the other one?
So Louisville, we finished fifth in hog. No, fourth in hog, fifth in shoulder, and then pick no Louisville roast. We had second in rib, third in hog, fifth in shoulder,
Fifth and
and
shoulder.
then picking we had fourth in hog and fifth in shoulder and 17th in rib.
Okay. Okay.
That was the
Man.
first one after being off, and then Louisville
Right.
we're kind of getting back into the groove. Man, I'll tell you, at picking we overcook everything.
Right.
And it's just you're not on a groove. You're
Right.
just not,
Right.
and
Yeah.
you have to get back into it.
Yeah. I think the more you cook, when you start cooking weekend after weekend, the more consistent you're going to be. It
Oh,
just seems
absolutely.
like you just kind of
Yeah,
find the rhythm, you find the flavor profiles that's working, and man, you kind of hone in on it really, really quick. So, man,
yeah,
it's
and you
been
have to. And it's just like an Olympian or an athlete. If you don't
train.
exercise, you don't
Yeah.
practice. Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
train.
You got to train.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing for that.
Mhm.
So, man, it's been it was an epic run, that's for sure. So, what's the plans for next year? You planning on kind of getting back into the groove again, or
Yeah, so we do have a plan to cook about 10 to 12 contests.
okay,
So,
okay,
and this was what happened. We plan on cooking 8 the year before that we ran all those contests, but
right.
then all of a sudden we saw something and we decided to just keep going.
I mean, you're on a roll like that, you don't stop. So you got to
Well,
run. You got to
yeah,
run it till it runs out. So, wow, man, that's been
we
amazing.
thank you.
Yeah, that's just absolutely amazing. Well, James, let's talk a little bit about what you've had going on, man. So, let's talk a little bit about this weekend. I know it was an MBN cook-off, so Memphis Barbecue Network. For those that don't know, where was you at? What was the competition?
It was in Arlington, Tennessee. It's the Arlington Barbecue Burnout.
Okay,
It's one of their bigger ones. We had 62 total teams there.
dang.
That
Okay,
doesn't mean you have 62 people cooking hog.
right,
Most people cook ribs or shoulder and I don't know how many hog teams there were there, but it
Yeah,
was a good
I think
one.
it
I
was
mean,
10 of them.
10 of them.
it,
Okay,
at least 15.
Oh,
At
was
least
it?
like, yeah, at least, yeah.
okay,
Because they called out. Actually, now think about it, it was 62 rib, 15 hog, and 43 shoulder team.
shoulder. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And how did you end up finishing?
First hog, first shoulder, fourth ribs.
First hog, first shoulder, fourth rib.
Yeah.
Wow. Who'd you seat it?
Oh, this dude from this dude from French
Sure.
fry eating fool from Araby,
Now
Louisiana.
Okay.
I seen it.
Yeah.
I seen the dude. He's from Louisiana.
Okay.
We're not supposed to know how to barbecue here.
That's it. That's it. That's hilarious.
I had a
Wow.
guy, Mark Williams from Swine Life. He was in finals along with Lambert's team was in finals for hog,
Right.
and Mark comes up to us, and also Malou, and we all congratulate each other, and good luck going into finals. And finals is a big deal for anybody who doesn't know. Finals is top 3 in a category, and then you go head to head again, with a presentation. And he said, "But man, I got a question for you." He said, "What's a rib guy doing in hog finals?" I'm like, I said, what's funny is I've got a higher winning percentage in hogs than I do in ribs
That's
over my
hilarious.
career. So
That's funny.
yeah, and it's been look, I've been blessed to have surrounded by a good team over the years. I don't compete nowhere near as much as Marcio. I mean, I might have cooked 14 contests in the last 3 years,
Right,
but when I do cook, I try to make them count.
right,
Um, but yeah, I do the bigger ones, and I do a few other contests throughout the year. That's about
right,
it.
right. So let's talk a little bit about MBN because I've never cooked one and don't I know that's different. You can only cook one category if you want to. So how does all that work? Now you cooked all three categories, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm
Okay,
driving 6 hours, I'm cooking all three.
I got you. But you
Yeah,
only but you can do just one, correct?
yeah, you can go there just cook ribs if you want to, and you can win grand. And what's crazy is your three categories actually compete against each other for overall.
Okay,
I mean, you could finish first, second, third overall. You could finish first, ninth, and tenth overall.
right.
Um, it's really a cumulative score once you get the finals. Actually, I'm not ninth. I mean not tenth, one through nine.
1 through 9.
So
Okay,
yeah, your three categories times three finals. You have nine teams, and they're all going head to head to see who wins grand. They don't
okay,
call a reserve, so it's basically whoever has the highest score, individual category score out of the nine is your grand champion.
okay.
Um, yeah, I mean, I want to say I won hog 2 years ago, and we finished third overall. I want to say a rib team. I want to say ribs one and two, uh, one and I believe maybe. What's crazy at Memphis and May this year? Same
Memphis.
similar
Yeah,
scoring. Ribs are one and two, and hog was third
yeah.
overall.
Now I
So
know a
it
couple
was
years ago there was what Ribulator or something that got first place or something. It was the
rib
first time that
ridiculous. It was the first
Ridiculous.
time
That was it. First time that
first
a
time
rib
in
had won in like 20 something years or
22
so.
22
22.
years.
Wow.
Yeah, we should have won it 2 years before that. We lost by 200ths of a point for overall. But
Dang.
it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we would have been
Dang.
first in 20 years.
Wow. And was another what won this last year? Was it a hog or a rib again?
It was a rib.
Again.
It was
Wow.
Heath. It was Heath. Yeah.
Okay, that's
You're
right.
right.
That's right. Heath, right. He sure did. That's
Mhm.
right. How did I forget that? So that's almost back to back ribs. It's won it then, isn't it?
2 out of the last 3 years. Yeah.
2 out of the last 3. Wow.
Yeah. Because last year was the shed with a
The
hog.
shed. They won it with a hog. That's
Yeah.
right. Wow. 2 out of the last 3. After 22, 23 years of no hog, no ribs, then they're
Yeah.
coming
And
in.
NBN pretty much acts as like the warm up or practice leading up to Memphis and May.
Right.
You win an NBN, you don't go to the Jack or the Royal, but it's great practice leading up to Memphis and May, and pretty much most of the teams out there who compete on a regular basis do have a team at Memphis and May as well.
Right. Right. That's amazing. That is amazing. Yeah, it seems like a lot of fun. I might try to get up there this year. I didn't get a chance. I wanted to go this year, but I'm hoping to be able to go next year. But it just seems like it is just a lot of fun up there. So
Yeah,
a
it
lot of
is.
stuff going
And
on.
they have the other one too, the Smoke Show,
Right.
which
Smoke
they're going
Slam.
Smoke
Smoke
Slam.
slam.
Yeah,
Smoke
that's true.
slam.
Smoke Show is the one in Brobridge, I believe.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Smoke Slam. I mean, they're going head to head, and there's some politics behind it, but I mean, I like Memphis and May.
Yeah.
It's I'm always gonna do that one.
Right. Right. That's crazy. That is crazy. Now, Marcio, I mean, I know you have obviously cooked some of those. Which one do you like Smoke Slam better, or do you like the way all this stuff lays out, or you think it's just kind of a little bit of the same? What's your thoughts on that?
They're great, both great contests. We choose Smoke Slam because of the river one. They're still at the river. The payout for Smoke Slam is, man. I think the year that Brad at the Shed Grand, Memphis and May, him and I were talking. We'll come out of Smoke Slam with $18,000 with just
Wow.
a first place in hog. We didn't grand,
Right.
but Brad Grand Memphis and May, and he was leaving with 21. You know,
Right.
like
Right.
so. If you win all three categories at Slam or final, you can get out of there with close to
Lot.
100 grand.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
like I
That's
think Will
really
Hare
cool.
had $90,000. He final on all three
Wow.
and one with the rib.
And one with the rib. And Robbie
I
Royal
mean,
did pretty good at Smoke Slam last year, didn't
He
he?
won. He
He
won this year.
He won this year. That's what I thought.
Mhm.
Yeah, he said it was a pretty
Yeah.
good payday too. He sure did.
Yeah,
So,
I bet you it
so
was. Yeah.
yeah. So Graham's asking why was Smoke Slam and Memphis and May at the same time. I'll let one of you
Politics.
guys. Politics. Yeah. I mean,
We'll leave it at
they.
that. It's politics.
Yeah.
But I
It
mean,
Yeah,
is.
like my
I
opinion.
see.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Marcio.
I see the two contests doing great things. As a competitor, we all wish the same, and
Right.
I've talked to many people. We all wish that they would find different dates to
Yes.
where we can all cook,
Yeah.
and then we would end up with two incredible, super
Cook up.
supportive by teams,
Yep.
incredible events. It'd be
Yeah.
just powerhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Some
look.
reason, same week and same date, and
Yeah,
I don't get into it. People ask me all the time, why do you cook the Slam and not Memphis anymore? I'm like, we just like that. It just seems to be just where we want to be right now. So,
Right. Right.
yeah. For
but
me,
hey, I don't discount me. I may be in Memphis in May here soon.
Right.
you know why? There's a championship in Memphis in May, and there's money at Smoke Slam.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Yeah,
I
one's a
got
world
you.
championship. The other one's a high paying contest.
Right. Right.
And for me, I believe I'm good. For me, I think Smoke Slam needs to move to the fall. You move both to the fall, they're back to over 200 teams each.
Oh yeah.
You know,
It would
it just makes
be
sense.
incredible, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But here's the next problem. All right. So if you think about this, James, and I thought about this, and I mentioned to them, they said the problem is we cannot accommodate 200 teams at the park. The new park layout, it's not
Conducive
it's
to
not
that
it's
many
not.
teams.
Mm-mm,
Yeah.
no.
Well, could they
So
just cap
it's
it?
always
Maybe.
going. Yeah. So
yeah,
capping is what they always do. 70 teams. That's it.
Right. Yeah.
So
Wow. That's
yeah,
interesting.
I still think it'll become like first come first serve, and it'll become a very it's a prestigious deal to get that amount of money, right?
Right. Right.
One of them is prestigious on the money side, the other one is prestigious on the award side.
Word side.
You
Yeah.
know,
World
so
champion.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like you. I hate to see two big cook-offs at the same weekend in the same city.
it kind of
Right.
splits everything up.
It
Like
does.
so, B&B could be supporting both of them, and so it doubles the work for them,
Right.
doubles the work for other sponsors, and it
Right.
just causes a lot of And on the meantime, we're looking to, hey, can y'all just back to back weekends? It'll be fine. We'll kill
Yeah.
each other,
Yeah. It
because
would.
it'll be a lot of work.
Yeah. But the
Yeah,
thing is, though, it's just so nice to be able to have big payouts and stuff like that. And you don't get a chance to do both. You just have to pick which one you want to do. And
Yeah,
it's already hard enough to find big paying cook-offs, right? So, man, think about how great it would be to have, okay, we can do this one. And like you said, even if it's the next weekend or, whenever, it just gives the cooks that opportunity to have the big cook-offs that they like to go to. And you hate to see them at the same weekend like that.
yeah,
So,
and it's. I mean, we spend a very small amount of money going to Smoke Slam and walk out of there smelling like roses.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that's pretty cool. So if I
so
put a team together, Marcel, you gonna come cook with me?
I can help you. Yeah.
I'm not doing
What
that.
you need to do is just come cook with us, make it easier. We
There
already
you
got.
go. There you go. You already got it. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, man, we got quite a few.
Maybe James can teach us how to cook a hog
Yeah, James. So we
or
hold on one second. Let me get my pen. All right, James. Let's see if we can get some. Let's see if we can get some pro tips on. Get your pen, Marcio.
my paper and pens. I got it
All
right
right. So let's start off. First of all, do we like a hog that is between what number do we need?
well, first off,
125.
you got to wear a hog T-shirt to know the shape of one.
I ain't
For
worried
one
about
thing.
that. So let's start off
We're
with
good.
what's that hog weight, James? About 150, 175? Where we at, man?
This weekend was right under 140.
140. All right, got that down. 140, Marcio.
All
140.
right.
All right. What kind of hog did we cook? Did we cook a
Compart.
compart? I
Yep.
knew. I kind of had a feeling
Compart.
it was going to be a
Was it a
compart.
head on or head off?
Yeah, head on.
We got it with the head on,
Head on. Okay.
Good.
Do you
So you
always
left the head on there, huh?
and
do
it
you
stayed
al-
on.
head on? Do you always cook with the head on, or have you ever taken them off?
No, we leave it on.
Okay, that's
I've
good.
taken
Now
them
then,
off. To be honest with you, it depends on the hog itself,
right,
and it depends on my approach throughout the cook. Because you look at it, you're looking forward to anywhere from 18 to 24 hours on one protein.
right.
So it depends on the approach you want to do, and it all comes down to the box. How do
Okay,
you want to approach this hog going into the box? So, in
I
my
got you.
opinion, look, I mean, Marcio is a hell of a cook, hog cook as well, and hog to me is one of those things where it's the one.
Just send me that Vimeo number, Saul, and just name your price. We'll get you hooked up there, brother.
I've got
Oh,
well,
Marcio,
oh,
we could pitch in right here,
oh.
brother.
yeah,
Man,
Hey,
actually,
James, we're
I,
good. We're
we're
I
good,
bought
good.
James.
no, I bought one of those Men in Black pens from Timu. I got
Yeah.
Saul. He's
That's
gonna give you a grilled cheese recipe.
yeah.
But
So
no, look,
injection, James, can you tell us about the injection?
yeah.
Let's take baby steps. So
All
let's
right. Well,
Baby
first off,
steps.
you need, in my opinion, the best combination of pork rubs in the entire world, Stockyard Landing. And I'll
okay.
tell everybody, it's all around the Grand Champ.
Okay.
It is what it is. I don't care. Anybody else that got rubs, find another combination that's more successful than it over the years
There you go.
in
There you
pork.
go.
So that's about the most confident I'll be tonight for y'all. But
There you go.
that's my rubs right there, right? And they're even
Okay.
actually inside the injections.
Okay.
Um, and look, it's it's kind of like, well, if I'll give y'all my injection recipes, y'all two give me your social security numbers. You know,
What you gonna do with our Social Security?
Yeah, what
Nothing.
you gonna do with mine? Mine ain't no good. You don't want
just
it.
make it like a name chain, like a
You're
bracelet.
gonna need some more to go with it, bro. You're
Yeah,
gonna need
you're gonna
like
need
date
something.
of birth. You're gonna
That's
need a lot
right.
more.
No, but
That's right.
look, can I? And I'll tell you this, and anybody who's cooked with me, and like I said, I've been surrounded with a lot of really, really good cooks over the years, especially in hog and everything. But like I said, I had Saul Dupuy and Josh Michelle this weekend. I've had Charles Dabbs with me for years, and Juan Masavias and Larry Canada. All these guys are cooking alongside me with whole hog. And anybody who watched me even cook ribs or anything else, I keep everything super simple. I don't try to overcomplicate anything. Oh, I
Yeah,
don't try to overcomplicate anything at all. At the end of the day, you want things to taste like barbecue, and I know that sounds completely dumbed down,
that's true.
but at the end, but what I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel on barbecue. It's got to taste like barbecue, whether it be a half chicken, a thigh, on up to a whole hog. Um, I don't try to make it taste like, I'm not that guy that's gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna create this next hot flavor, because
Right.
guess what, that flavor's gonna get cold really fast.
Yeah.
So it's got to be balanced. And when I do my presentations, I preach balance.
Right.
It's got to nail sweet, salty, savory, spicy, and
Right.
none of them can be any higher than the other.
Right.
So my plan is to achieve that through every single ounce of meat in that entire hog. Um, and I'll tell you this. I mean, my loin. In fact, Marcia has probably tried my loin one time, and it had no phosphates in it because I forgot to put phosphates in the injection that year.
Right.
And he walked away shaking his head. It was. I mean, look, we nailed the loin.
Right.
And if you nail the loin, it's better than somebody taking a loin from the store and treating it like it's their baby. We'll cook a better
Right.
loin on a whole hog than they will in their backyard on by an individual loin. And we're
Right.
holding that loin for 18 to 24 hours.
That's crazy.
It's insane. It's one of the best bites of barbecue you'll get
Yeah.
with the way we treat it. And again, I only use my own rubs. It's I use them at different levels, and what's crazy is I'll use one at a certain time in the cooking process on a hog, but at a different time in the cooking process on a rib or a shoulder, whether it be a whole shoulder or a butt or a money muscle.
Right.
But at an MBN, I know they've kind of scaled it down a little bit where they're allowing people just to cook money muscles, and I don't agree with that. I still think, look, I cooked on a team years ago. This is my 20th year competing, and I started off, and I've never done a backyard contest ever. Never done an amateur contest. I started straight off cooking with a really successful team in NBN years ago, and then I went to KCBS and I went on my own back in 2007 or six, and then and I've never looked back. And my biggest thing from day one is always be a student. I always try to achieve the same flavors. You know, never try to reinvent anything and just make it taste like good old barbecue. And at the end of the day, as far as hog is the most traditional, most historical barbecue meat we have in the country. I don't care what the Texas guys say about brisket. Hog was here first. You know, it's where they came in. Marcio's people brought them in on a boat, and we started roasting them. You know, so
Yeah.
you know, and look,
Yeah.
that's why NBN is the most traditional
Pork.
format there
Yeah.
is. It's all pork,
It's all pork. Yep.
and to me, whole hog is king of barbecue. It
Right.
truly is. And you know, we all cook a good brisket. We all cooking this and that. But at the end of the day, we're now cooking what, a 3 or 4 pound flat. We're cooking thighs. We're cooking, you know, 3 to 4 pound ribs.
Right.
Tackle a hog. It's
Yeah.
fun. At the same time though, you have a lot of time to make corrections throughout that entire night.
Right.
And it requires your mental focus for that long too.
Right.
Whether yourself or your teammates. So there's a lot that goes into it, and I'll continue doing them. I've been asked if I'm ever going to go to Hog at Memphis and May, and the answer is yes. And I'll say that live now.
Right.
Not this
Okay.
coming year. We're signed up as a rib team. We're trying to sign up as a rib team again. Long-term plan was win ribs again at Memphis and May, and then move the Hog.
Okay.
May come sooner.
Right.
It might not, but I like our chances up there because we won Hog 3 out of the last 4 times we've been up there in that area.
Right.
So look, we're not supposed to. I'm a Louisiana guy cooking
Right.
a Memphis, Mississippi dominated protein, but I
Yeah.
like bacon.
Yeah. So do you do a running hog or do you do belly up?
No, belly up.
Belly up. Okay.
Yeah, I like mine to have flavor.
Yeah. Write that down. Meat down.
I mean, you could see it if you pass our booth. I'll show it to you.
Yeah, hey, it's all about numbers,
Yeah,
right?
it is. It is.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Wow.
I like the running style guys. Those are pretty hogs, but
Yeah.
I like flavor.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
There's
you don't
more
make
flavor.
you don't make
I
you don't
think
make
it's time to
finals.
talk some trash.
You don't make finals unless you win the box, and you'll put more flavor in that box cooking an open hog than you will
Yeah.
running style.
Yeah.
You have to put forward your best. It don't matter what it is. You have to put forward your best meat on that box from that hog.
Yep,
And then
absolutely.
if you make
I mean,
finals, then you're just going to go on and dig some out of that hog to trying to prove them judges that that's the best hog.
Yeah.
That's the top 3 hog or first hog, right?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Back to where James said about money muscles. Cooking money muscles, and then you've got to cook a shoulder or a butt to present.
I cook
then
both
you're
shoulders
dealing-
to present.
So then you're dealing, when they told us that, I'm like, man, we're not doing that. And here's why we're not doing that. Because then now I got to babysit different things. So now all my timelines are different because I've got money muscles. I've got, collars, right?
Right.
That's what you
Pork
allow
collars.
to cook.
Right.
And so, but then I've also got a shoulder or a butt going. I'm like, no, man, I'm just going to stay the way we've done, and I'm not changing it. And it, it's just how we want to run them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And look, a whole
Wow.
shoulder. The ones I had this weekend were around 22 pounds a piece. So you're looking at that's another 15 to 16-hour cook by itself.
Right.
So it's not an easy con. You could ask, I don't know if Saul and Josh are watching. Ask him how much work it was this weekend, and that's the first time doing it with me. And but it's rewarding though.
Yeah. Oh,
Even
yeah.
if you don't win, if you complete that cook and you're proud to close that lid on that box and turn it in, you've achieved something.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's the rewarding side behind it because you can ask the guys, it's a lot of work, but they had a lot of fun. And I'll do a hog contest anyone I can make it to.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds like it's a lot
like
of fun.
so MBN can be tough, right? So like for me, for example, I'm always on the pit. I'm staying up all night cooking that hog. Me and CJ, Chad and Chuck goes to sleep because they up in the morning for ribs, and so shoulder and hog, me and CJ are up pretty much all night. Then the mental side, right? So the next day, if you happen to final, you're gonna have to have a clear mind and present, and you have to be a good presentation.
Right.
And this is what people ask me about presentation. Presentation is, it's not telling them that you had this hog raised on just one side and fed just orange Skittles. It's great information. That's as simple as that.
Right.
A judge is there to listen to you for great information. All that baloney, MBN says, hey, you don't have to tell the true, but just a good story. The problem with that is stories doesn't fly anymore.
Judges too smart. They've heard it all.
Yeah, judges got too smart. That's going around the block too many times. And so now you're stuck with incredible information, good information, and that's what they're seeking. That's all they're looking for. If you're going to go start cooking MBN and start telling me, look, bread and milk, that's how we finish this hog only, you're going to be a solid third.
Right.
And, and you may have incredible product, but you can't just convince them that that's it.
Yeah.
You have to have the product to back it up.
Yeah.
And we cooked 11 out of the 15 last year. We cooked every one of those running style hogs, including Hogs for the Cause, which was the last one we cooked. Every one of them was running. Now
So
we have a process. Yeah.
So you do all yours running, and James, you do all yours On his back. Okay. Wow. Man,
Yep.
you've got a great process then, because like James says, I mean, I know it is a little easier to get flavor in a hog when it is laid down, but man, you obviously got something figured out. So,
Yes, we do.
and I saw
Yeah.
Brad. I mean, I've been to Memphis. I've been to the American Royal, I think, for the last 5 years in a row, and I've been up there when they have the hog competition. I've never actually judged because I'm usually they always want me to film it. So I go live on Barbecue Champs Academy, and man, when he's passing out all the food to the judges, like, hey, feed the camera guy now. Let's don't forget because I'm the one that can make this look really good and taste great on camera. So, but I mean, I had Brad's, I had all of Mark's, Brad Roberts, Matt Overson. Gosh, who else was there? There's had 5 or 6 of them there last year. Um, Stretch was there. There was I think there was 5 or 6. I think I'm leaving out one. And man, I mean, I'm telling you, I had them laid on their back, and I had Brad's, and I think Brad won it last year. And I mean, he cooked it, a running hog, and that hog was by far I thought was the best one. I mean, I wasn't the judge, but after I got done, everybody's like, okay, which one do you like the best? I thought Brad's was one, and I forgot. I think I had Mark 2 or something, and it was good. And Boys Night Out had won it 3 or 4 years in a row.
Yeah, they had
And
it locked
and
up
and
for
they
many
just
years.
said, yeah, we're not going to cook it this year. They just want to give somebody else a chance, which I thought was awfully nice of them because they had been absolutely killing it. But he did cook one for everybody to try. It was an amazing hog. So I think a lot of it is techniques. James
Yeah.
is comfortable cooking it laid out. You're comfortable cooking it there. Both can achieve an amazing flavor because I tried 2 of them that was running. And I tried the other ones that was on their back. And I'm telling you right now, I mean, the ones that was running, man, they were. I mean, I thought it was the best one. I mean, when I tried Brad, so
We're winning a lot of competitions, and so a lot of times I bring wraps into my trailer to show them what I'm doing
yeah,
because I don't show my stuff to anybody else. But I
right,
would show the wraps. I'm like, here's what we're doing, and they're like, my goodness. They shake their head, and man,
yeah,
wow. And so we've come up with something that works for us,
yeah,
and I like it. I'm very comfortable with flavors wise. We can always pack so much flavor. I gave my loin to somebody this past weekend or weekend ago in a rural roast, and they're like, I cannot believe. And that was a 22 hour loin.
loin. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So let's talk about. Ray was asking, what do y'all cook on? So let's go with you, James. What are you cooking all your proteins on?
I've got an assortment of smokers, but if we're talking hog, I've got a custom built Deep South GC60. So it's
Okay,
38 deep instead of 24. That's my
okay,
hog cooker. And as far as everything else, the contests, I have everything from, drums to backwoods to pellet smokers to
right.
grills.
What do you
You
cook
know,
your shoulders on?
that was on Backwoods Professional this
Backward
weekend.
professional.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
all
it's
right.
the bigger cabinet.
Yeah, yeah. Familiar with
Yeah.
it. All right. What about you, Marcio?
So we run ribs on the drum,
Okay.
and then everything else on old hickories.
Old Hickory. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah.
let's bust open a can of worms in real
So
quick.
that's another difference. I like wet heat. He likes dry heat when it
Right.
comes to
Dry
pork.
heat.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are we
See,
gonna? Go ahead.
Huh?
I was taking a jab at James because see, I don't need help from, I don't
You don't
cook
need
on
the
crock
moisture.
pot.
Yeah, but my gravity feed's dry, but it traps in a ton of humidity though because it's super
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
It
and I,
creates its
I
own
spray
moisture.
and mop a lot. So
Right.
I'm keeping it wet.
Yeah. So let me
Yeah.
ask you a question now, guys. I mean, we've had Brad Laniger and Tim Shear and stuff rolling up at Memphis in May and cooking these deadgum whole hogs on drums in seven
Yeah.
hours.
I tried rolling mine up to get on my
I
22 inch, but
mean,
it didn't fit.
what do y'all think about that? Because I mean, I think the first year that they did it, I think everybody was in shock. There's just no way y'all are gonna be able to cook this thing, and I don't know. I think it was a 7 hour hog or something, 8 hour hog, and be able to win this thing. And I'd be dead gum if they don't win whole hog with that deal. So, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, I guess they kind of probably shocked the barbecue world. I'm sure a lot of the hog cookers was like, you got to be kidding me. He cooked that 22 hours, 22 hours. These guys are done in 7, 8 hours and got a whole hog cooked. I mean, what you think about that, Marcio?
So the conversation about, and I admire those guys too. Man, they're incredible cooks. Now the conversation about how big the hog was to 7 hours, it doesn't add up. And
Right.
James knows this. So a 220-pound hog in 7 hours is not cooked.
Mm.
And
Okay.
so there's a lot of different stories there.
Right.
And I know Swine Life does an incredible job doing hot and fast.
Right.
Both things are doing hot and fast.
Right.
And so, I mean, but 220 in 7 hours, if that's what they said, you got to remember too. Now these guys are at Memphis in May. Story really counts at Memphis in May. It
Right.
really does.
Yeah.
And so you throw it out there a little bit of a story, you know.
Right. Right.
But I'd like to see someone cooking a hog that's 220 pounds in 7 hours.
Well,
Now, I don't. And I'm guessing that that's what it was. It may have been a little bit longer than that.
that's what I heard.
Did you hear that? I
Yeah,
thought I
so
had heard somebody say
let
that.
me
We all
break
heard
some
about
down.
the same rumor.
Okay.
So the
okay.
issue with me, I mean, look, we all in some of these regular contests, BCA contests, everybody's hot and fast these days, right?
Right. Right.
When it comes to a whole hog, you want to break down the collagens, you want to break down the intramuscular, you want to break down some of the fat on the outside, because if not, you can end up with kind of a rubbery texture. And if you try a hog like mine or like Marcio's, when we're on, whether I do mine on his back, he does his run style, it's going to have a very succulent type texture
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
You pull the shoulder meat, it's gonna be like buttery smooth, right? But not
Right.
not mushy.
Right.
My loin, and I'm sure Marcio's loin as well, it's gonna be not like that loin you cook at home with like a
Right.
pork chop type. This is like just smooth, right?
Smooth.
But it's
Yeah.
not dry, and
Yeah.
you still know you're eating meat.
Yeah.
So it takes time to get for muscle
To break it
proteins
all
to
down.
break down that way.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, look, if they're doing it, fine. I'm not gonna try it.
Right.
You know, and I'm just gonna keep doing it the way I do it, and if it
I
requires
think
less sleep,
when it comes to what we're doing, the control is a lot faster. But
Oh
also,
yeah.
I see a pattern with guys cooking hogs. There are no heads, right?
Right.
There's not a head on that hog. Also, they're trimming a lot. So when you trim a lot, what that means is now all of a sudden you're making a lot of these proteins somewhat equal size.
Right.
You expose more meat. They're smaller. Yeah, you can probably cook a little faster, and then you can
Right.
serve your top layers. You know,
Yeah.
kind of. So it's all into techniques, and I
Yeah.
don't. But the hot and fast deal, it has not. And I think I had this conversation with Mark Williams back in Water Valley 3 years ago, and I think I hurt his feelings, and I had to apologize to him. I did not mean to hurt his feelings. I just said, man, I just don't think that hot and fast hog is a thing. I just
Right.
think it's too much. There's too much into a hog for you to control with hot and fast.
Right.
They started at 400 and they run it for 5 hours, and then they
Right.
cut it down to 300.
Right.
Now, could be the placement of some of those probes and those smokers.
Right.
Are they really running, those offsets? Are they consistently putting out 300?
Right.
Because I know this much. I know a no hickory, if it's 300, buddy, it's 300.
Right. Yeah.
It's going to burn.
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, it's just there's a lot going on. There's convection. Also, there's great insulation on no hickory, a little more consistent. I'm not saying that what they're cooking on is not, but
Right.
it certainly plays a lot on their rains, changes rain on it. So
Right. Right.
uh,
Yeah. I mean, they got the job done. I mean, even if it took them,
they're getting it.
yeah, even if it took them 12 or 15 hours to cook it, I mean, it still was pretty impressive to cook a hog on a drum. I mean, I will
Yeah.
I'll give them credit for that no matter what, because that's a lot of direct heat. That's you guys ain't cooking on direct
It's
heat.
it's
like
right
that.
under it.
No.
Yeah.
All you have is a deflector plate. A lot
That's-
of
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
I like
rendering.
it direct, and like I said,
Yeah.
you can look. I know I'm watching some of the comments on the iPad here, and some of the guys that have cooked with me on whole hog, they're watching or comment. Ask these guys that the attention to detail we put
Oh
at
yeah.
least every hour for 18 to 20, 22 hours straight.
Right.
You're not gonna get just some average guy on the street and like, hey, come help me cook this hog. These guys are all like every one of them is seasoned. They're all experienced barbecue guys, and I tell them going into it. I mean, like I said, I know Charles is watching, and Saul
Saul.
and Josh are both in there as well. And I think Saul said it's the hardest cook to date. It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look,
It's nothing easy about it.
it'll humble you,
Yeah.
and but at the same time, it's rewarding. But we
Right.
we put that extra effort because what we want to achieve in the end box.
Yeah.
We're not going to try to, we're not going to try to chase something that someone else is doing.
No, I mean you
Well,
got to run in
never
your
been that way.
lane. You know, you got
Yeah.
to. I mean, and those guys, that's all they do. They're hot and fast. They're drum cookers. I guarantee you that wasn't the first time he cooked a hog on that thing. He's probably done tried a couple
No.
of them to get
Oh, I
it
know.
down. You know, you don't just this first time. No, he's probably done cooked several hogs on that thing and got it
Yeah.
dialed in, figured it out. And but that's what they're used to. You know, you get used to what you cook on, right? I mean,
Didn't
that's the
they
whole
win
thing.
hog last year in Memphis? No, this year.
Uh, la- Last year
No.
wasn't it?
No.
No, it was
Who
No.
won
Last
hog this
last
year?
year was a shed.
last year
They
was
didn't,
shit.
no, this year they didn't. I don't think they walked this year.
But
Plus
they
it's
final.
no,
They
they split
final.
up.
I
No, they
thought.
split
Well,
up.
Brad and Tim cooked separately
Yeah,
last year or this
this year.
year, so they both
This year,
cooked
yeah.
separately. But I think one of them still got third overall. If I mean, I got third in hog. I don't remember if it was Tim or Brad. I think
I
somebody might know. I think they got third. I
it
could be
could be.
wrong.
I don't remember
Could
who it
be.
was.
I don't know if it was Tim or Brad. I can't remember. I think one
Yeah,
of them
some
got
I think
third.
I think Tim got
I
third.
think Tim got
Who won
third.
hog in Memphis this year?
Um,
Oh
Brad.
yeah, BBQ.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
BBQ.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
Memphis,
will be
that's
too.
right.
BBQ.
Yeah.
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 Um, but for the most part, it's like I
Let's see,
said,
let's
it's
see, let's see what we got here. The big drum they're cooking on is built where the coals are far enough below the hog to cook it without burning it up. They have their coal in a basket and can pull it back and forth where it's not direct under it.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you,
that's
Danny. Man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So, Blues Hog. All right, they got
Hey,
third.
Danny right there. Hey, that is a magician when it comes to cook, buddy.
There you go.
That is one
Yeah.
of the legends
now.
that I know.
Yeah.
I'll say the first time I've ever seen those guys cook a hog on a drum was one of the Q Fest. I want to say it was Denver. Is when they brought that big drum out there, and inside of it you got I think 3 or 4 baskets. It's not just one giant basket. It's like 3 or 4 small baskets, and they can move coals around. It's kind of like the guys
Like
in Carolina. The
Cooking on a block pit, kind of the same setup.
Yeah.
Similar, yes, and in fact, theirs might be a little more versatile because they can slide that basket over a lot easier than it's the raking coals.
Okay.
I mean, like I've seen them cook it. I just don't know how we were busy with our own thing, so I don't know how much time it took them to cook. I think it's a 220-pound hog at that time.
Right.
So I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. And one cook on an outlaw. Let's see what do we
That's
got here?
that's Fine Life. Yeah,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
guys they're on fire
Awesome.
this year.
Yeah, Daryl Walker better have my money. Okay, all right. Let's talk
Daryl
about
Walker.
Jason. Let's talk about Josh's wings. All right, he got first place wing. Okay, that takes care of Josh. All right, so we'll move on.
That's that.
That's so
Whoa,
Wait.
man, I can't do that to my buddy. Okay,
Ask
Josh.
Josh. All right, you ready? Because look, and we've had this discussion over the weekend about the title of world champion. People are just starting to stack up numbers now, and for whatever. So Josh won the wing world championship this weekend, and he won the coin flip world championship. So why not? Everybody else is claiming world championship these days.
Yeah,
So
so he's a world
you know.
champion wing cooker now.
He is now. Yeah, he is now. And then
It took
coin
him
flip
six.
world champion too.
It took him 6 hours to cook them too. So
Yeah, I mean, look, we got people scratching out numbers and adding more numbers, and I'm now a
Yeah.
28-time world champion.
Yeah, that's it. Let's see.
I
Josh was a 6-hour wing
I just won
cook.
a
So
fry world championship.
that's it. Well, see, basically, see what he did. He cooked them low and slow, and then he sped them up, and then he cooked them low and slow again. He was trying to break that collagen down in that wings. What he was doing. So
Mhm.
I love it.
So are we
Wow.
gonna finish the hog recipe, or I guess we're not? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. James kind of got us off track there. So far we got head
By
on,
design.
meat up. I mean, legs up. 140-pound, 150-pound hog, compact to rock. Takes his world famous only injections that's going to get you dead gum the calls. You got to get his. You got to get his rub. He puts them in the injection. That's about as far as we got. He cooks on a.
That's it.
That's pretty much well it.
That's
There you
it.
go.
We got
Okay.
it.
All right, we got
Low
it.
and slow.
All right, for y'all that didn't get it, I've got all the notes down here. We've got some stars over here that y'all can start throwing us. I've had so many people ask for stars, so I need to start seeing some stars come across the screen, and maybe what we can do is we can get this recipe out to everybody. So it took them forever to get that part of it fixed. So my account got hacked, and that was like, hey, can you fix my dadgum stars? I got people who want to send me stars, man. And then we finally got it fixed. So hot dog water injection, hot dog water injection is the secret. There you go. Up there's the next one right there. Is that low sodium dogs, Saul, or is that regular?
Are those Nathan
like
dogs?
yeah, Nathan dogs, or is that ballpark?
No, the little gummy hot dogs.
Yeah,
They sell like they come in a little plastic pack. You dissolve those down in some water.
I got you. I got that down too. Let's see, gummy packs dissolved. All right, that's good.
Why do you like those little ones, James?
Well, because I mean, I'm not losing. I'm not losing that war.
Never mind. We're good.
There we go. I love it. Let's see, Big Red Franks. I love
Big
it.
Red Franks.
Big Red Franks. Wow. Well, man, I tell you what, I'm telling you right now,
All's
you guys
giving away
are,
too much.
yeah, you two are probably two of the absolute top. I know two of the top hog cookers in the country. Y'all got to be at least. I don't know. I know y'all have won a lot with hog. I know this guy right here in the middle won a buttload last year alone with all that. So I mean, it's great to see that kind of stuff. And who's Kristen?
That's my wife.
There's your wife. There you go. So great job. Yep, man. And thank you so much for allowing him to get out on the circuit and put on a clinic that he did last year, because I think we were all just watching just every week. I kept like, okay, I'm checking the results. Every Saturday night I was checking the results. He won another one. He won another. And I know every dadgum podcast we did, once you got like 6 or 7, every one of them, it seems like I was always like, man, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. So, Kristen, thank you so much.
Hey, that girl right there is loving the fact that I'm around the house a lot this year.
Yeah, probably so. Now, she's probably getting tired of you right about now and is wanting to kick you out the house so you can go cook again. You know how that works. You know, they love you. They love you, you know, like you're not here. And then when you're here, you know, get out of here.
So, that's exactly right.
That's the way it works. Wow. Well, guys, I appreciate it so much, and thank y'all. We really do appreciate it. And I know y'all are all part of Team B&B. Go Team B&B. And it's really, really cool.
That's what fueled my fire.
That's it, baby. Anyway, that's for goat, not hog.
Recipe for success right there. I think you got to have great products always, you know.
Yeah, so. You do. It does. It starts with the wood, man. It really does. You got to have it. That's what fuels everything. So Fire and Spice is coming for you next year.
Oh, wait. Who's making threats?
That's Josh Michele. That's
all. Well, I mean,
he's got all James' notes.
Last year.
Yeah.
Last year, what happened?
Well, how about this? If we want to be technical, Fire and Spice did beat Hog Addiction and Barbecue this year. They raised more money than us.
Well, I got the trophy sitting in my office for Grand Champion.
Boom! We're going to end the show on that right there.
Hey, if we raise $6,500 more, who's the grand champion this year?
Oh gosh!
Look, you didn't raise more money than me.
I know. If we would have raised $6,500 more, we would have won grand champion this year.
Oh, would have, could have. You heard that, Mike?
I heard it.
That's all right. You got the trophy. We won the barbecue.
There you go. Okay, so Little Gringo's got on here. Who's going to win the Jack this year? I'm going to make my prediction. Brad Laniger.
I was thinking the same thing.
I'm going to have to say Brad. That guy's won. He's pulling off the Marcio. I mean, I don't know how many. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he's the GOAT. To be able to go to as many competitions as he does, showing up cooking on used equipment or borrowed equipment.
Oh, man.
I mean, it just shows up. Batent Spices, we had him on. And here's the crazy thing. He's probably won grand champion in 25 states. I mean, it don't matter where he goes to. Colorado, grand champions, goes up here, grand champions, takes off, goes over here, grand champions, takes off the next weekend, goes over here, and grand champions. He had his 7 dadgum grand champions, I think, in like March or April or something. It's like, good gracious, he already had his auto. And I don't know.
I believe 100% that you can go to a contest, pick his rubs, give it to him, and then you go against him, and he still beat you.
He's going to still beat you, yeah.
Pick what he wants. Just give him the seasonings, whatever you want.
It don't matter. He'll cook with it. Yeah,
no I hope Adam. He's going to whoop your tail.
Yeah. I like Adam Gotro and Jacob Kennedy.
Yeah, I like Adam. I mean, I hope he can win it. But man, I'm just telling you now.
Look, I'll pull for anybody that's but you have to look at numbers.
What of our guys?
Well, we're talking here.
It'd be great.
we're not just dishing our friends out. We're just picking somebody based on consistency
Yeah, I
and
mean,
what
he
they
is just.
accomplish. And I think, like, man, I was hoping and praying that he would win the Food Network deal,
Oh, I know it.
but it just wouldn't fit the natter.
Yeah,
The other
yeah,
guy had a restaurant, and it's just different.
yeah.
And
It
and I
is.
and I comment on that. I just knew he was not going to, because
Yeah,
it was just not how
that ain't what they
we've
want.
all. That's right. We
That ain't
all
what they
watch
want.
Food Network and how they play.
Yeah,
Well,
But hey,
his secret was he kept his grill
he did
upright.
one. He did one because he was tied.
yeah,
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 he kept his
yeah.
grill upright. That allowed him to keep going.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like some people that we watch that just trip right over his grill and drop food
No,
on the floor.
I
Yeah,
still think there's some fish and twine attached to that grill, and
that's
the
what
producer yanked it.
that's what it
Yeah.
was. Well,
Here we go. Here we
here
go
we
again. Look
go.
like the
Here we
rapper.
go.
Woulda, coulda,
Would have, could have,
woulda.
should have. I'm going to have to get to the Hogs that Calls this year. Or for next year. I'm going to certainly have to get down there and see you guys. I hope I can do it. So anyway, let's see
We're,
the
br-
other guys.
hey, Marcio, we're bringing ice to our team this year, so you're in trouble.
All right. I got more than you do.
Here we go. I'll tell you what, guys. We're going to leave it at that. I'm going to have both of you guys back here about 3 weeks before, maybe 4 weeks for Hogs for the Calls. We're going
Yep.
to let you guys duke it out, see if we can raise some money for such a great event.
It's always a good time. Yeah, we
Oh,
always
it's
raise money
always
for it.
it always is a good sign. Man, I love you guys. Y'all are awesome.
Thank you,
And
Mike.
congratulations to what you guys have done. Incredible career, I know, for you, Marcio, and what you did. And James, man, you've been cooking, like you said, for over 20 years. And, man, keep it up. I hope to get to see James at least on the comp trail here pretty soon. And Marcio, man, one day I'm going to meet you in person. So hopefully
I've
it's
never
going to be
met in
sooner
person.
than later. I've never met him in person.
No.
So never have.
You
I've
never
never,
Don't do it,
but-
Mike. Don't do
Don't
it.
do it. Don't do it.
It's-
It'll be fine.
Then you're gonna be like James.
I'll be like James.
He,
It's gonna
he
be
won't
good.
he won't let up on you.
That's good. He can beat
Nah,
me up
that's-
anytime he wants.
That's my brother right there. He
That's
knows
it.
that.
I know it.
We've gone
All
head
right,
to head for
guys.
That's
years.
what I love.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it tonight, guys. We really do appreciate y'all being with us. And Lord willing, we'll be back with y'all next Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. We're going to always see what kind of information we can dig up on these guys. Man, tonight was a good one. I got a note full of stuff over here, and I hope you took some notes. Man, Hog's a tough one. And I'm telling you right now, these guys can certainly teach you a thing or two about it. Anyway, the Shed Showdown, Mike, the Shed Showdown. Yeah, maybe one day. So anyway, I hope everybody's enjoyed it. Y'all go out there, have a great week. And as we always say when we close out our classes, y'all go out there,